Hello, moviegoers, and Merry Christmas, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I am your host, Denise, and this week I am going to review a movie that I was trying desperately to find in the theaters, but I believe it was in select theaters and only for a short period of time. And the name of the movie is The Banshees of Inisherin. And I found it on HBO and I was thrilled. So this movie stars Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Carrie Condon, and Barry Keoghan. It's a movie about two friends, Patrick and Colm, played by Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, who have been, friends for a very long time. They went to the local pub every day and just, threw back some beers and just had a good time together. The movie takes place, or the setting is, I should say, is a remote island off the coast of Ireland. So the thick Irish accents in this movie are there, and you really have to hone into a lot of the dialect and some of the slang that they use in this movie. Well, these friends find themselves at an impasse when Brendan Gleeson's character, Colm, decides that he no longer wants to be friends with Patrick, played by Colin Farrell. And a stunned Patrick is like, what do you mean you don't want to be friends? That's absurd. You just don't end a friendship by just saying you don't want to be friends. What is your reason? And he says, I just think you're dull and you no longer add value to my life or this relationship. So we're done. And Patrick, again, is taken aback, and he tells his sister, played by Carrie Condon, she is Siobhan, tells her about it, and she's kind of puzzled as well. This is, again, a remote town, so word gets around that the friendship is severed. So Patrick goes above and beyond the call of duty to figure out why you just don't end a friendship this way. There's got to be more to it. And Colm's like, no, that's basically it. So he relentlessly and, seeks ways to continue this friendship. He is determined that we're not going out like that. We are friends and we're going to stay friends, and I'm going to do everything I can to change your mind. None of this phases Colm whatsoever. And it gets to the point where Colm tells Patrick, if you continue to talk to me, I'm going to do something very drastic. And it isn't going to be pretty. And every time you talk to me, say hello to me, try to start a conversation with me, I'm going to do this drastic thing every single day until you get the message. Colin Farrell's character, Patrick, is like, there's no way you're going to do this drastic thing. And Colm, a man of his word, does it because Patrick keeps talking to him. And so this continues until, it gets to a point where Patrick is like, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't this man like me? His sister tries to say, listen, it's not you, it's him, it's his problem. You got to live your life. Dominic, played by Barry Keoghan, he's kind of like misfit in town who just kind of, is a shoulder for Patrick to lean on. He's not very helpful with any real suggestions on how to mend this friendship. He's just, someone to vent to. I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to give away any spoilers, but the degree to which Combe keeps his word is quite graphic and over the top, unimaginable. Nothing I would do if someone told me they didn't want to be my friend anymore. But the ending is quite desperate and, kind of sad. But that's about it. But the movie was absolutely hilarious. So I would, say it's kind of a dramedy. It was dramatic, but there were funny parts in it. I mean, like laugh out loud parts in this movie. So touching in some instances, and there were loving connections between Patrick and his sister. And then in other situations, not so friendly relationships or interactions with the townspeople. So there you have it. The Banshees of Inisherin, I thought was a really good movie. And I would not be surprised if at least Colin Farrell gets, an Oscar nomination or some consideration for his role in this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. So there you have it, HBO Max. All right, I'm going to jump right into my Nailed It for this week. My Nailed It is the cast of the 1959 adaptation of Porgy and Bess. Stars Sidney Poitier, Dorothy Dandridge, Pearl Bailey, Sammy Davis Jr., Brock Peters, and Diane Carroll. The movie itself, the story was somewhat depressing because here you have this paraplegic played by Sidney Poitier who is desperately in love with Dorothy Dandridge's character Bess, but she's kind of torn between Sidney Poitier, her drug dealer slash hustler in Sammy Davis Jr., and then her abusive boyfriend, Crown. And so I enjoyed this movie. I saw it when I was very, very young, but I really liked all of the actors who were in this adaptation. It's been done many times, but this one is the one that got me as a very young girl. So, my Nailed It, the cast of the 1959 version of Porgy and Bess. All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And I am available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Denise, and there I will be. So until next week, you go watch a movie because I'm going to watch a movie, and I'll see you after Christmas. Bye-bye.